To stay with us and get more analysis, Mary Lovely joins us, Professor of Economics at Syracuse University. Mary, thank you for being with us. We appreciate your time here on France 24. After what we've just heard, should the world be concerned?
Yes, I think the world should be concerned. The actions taken by first the United States and then China does look like the beginning of a trade war. We have had some time last week where we thought there might be a cooling off period, and markets seemed to react to that and ease up a bit. But we saw today that the Chinese grew impatient and moved the schedule for this tariff imposition forward.
It all seems like tit for tat, and tit for tat's one of those childish expressions which doesn't really get to the real complexity of the matter, does it? So forgive me for using it. Was there any common sense in what Trump initially said he was doing?
I guess we're going to have to fill in the blanks there, but I think the idea is that if he, in a sense, threatens the Chinese with the significant round of tariffs, that they will somehow change their policies. The problem with that, of course, is that it puts the Chinese in a position where they must retaliate also with tariffs. We saw in your report that the Chinese public is largely in favor of the actions that the Chinese government took today. So you really do risk a trade war with the initial round of bluster. Beyond that, the initial actions by President Trump had no clear ask from the Chinese, no clear way that they could begin to negotiate a settlement. Even with the upcoming taxes or tariffs in response to the claim of forced technology transfer, we still don't know exactly what it is that the administration would like to see from the Chinese. This is very hard for the Chinese to meet a moving target. It makes it very difficult to see how we can get a negotiated settlement in a short period of time.
Very clearly and very graphically expressed, Mary. Thank you. It strikes me that on either side, whether it's Washington or Beijing, we're seeing politics and economics both being played quite badly. Because if they're trying to get voters to follow this one, well, that's a difficult one because the consumer, you and I, we're the ones who are going to be hit worst, aren't we?
Yes, but that will change the politics and economics as well. I think that certainly played into the goods that the Chinese targeted today. They're hitting important congressional districts. This is just the beginning. If the Trump administration moves ahead with tariffs on $60 billion worth of imports from China, we'll see another potentially much larger round of tariffs announced by the Chinese. Of course, in the meantime, what this does is continue to weaken the World Trade Organization and the mechanisms that we use to peaceably resolve this type of disagreement. So this is not good in longer term as well for the world trade architecture.
Mary Lovely of Syracuse University, thank you very much indeed for joining us. We appreciate your time here on France 24. Excellent analysis, crystal clear. And of course, the problem is waiting for those gaps to be filled, as Mary was saying there. I can guarantee you, by the time we get to our morning output here on France 24, Beijing has woken up. We'll have reaction from China to this story.